How about now? Now you guys can probably hear me just fine. I bet you can. I found the setting. Yep, there it is. All right. So that's embarrassing. So what it was I'm monitoring so I can hear myself, but I muted the output for some odd reason. That's what I normally will do that to test things, like because I'm afraid that I might put the audio out to everybody and I'm making fart noises and whatnot, and so I mute the output just in case. So apparently that was a no-no. I forgot to uncheck the box, which happens. So the first part of the stream is total garbage. I'll put I'll have to put a little marker there. Well, welcome. Start over. My name is Tristan, Warehouse 49. This is the venue. Oh, okay. So what I was saying earlier is that I got a new mic for the camera, shotgun mic. The other mic was a little bit noisy and picking up things, and I adjusted some audio stuff. So I'm really curious about how it sounds. If it sounds good, if it sounds bad, or echoey, or I hear myself and I hear myself through the monitor. So I'm getting a little bit of an echo, but I'm curious if you guys are. Now that you guys can actually hear me. Yeah. So. Uh, and I got a new mic. Obviously, I said because of the ringing, but I want it to be professional quality microphone. Normally, I use a little Yeti microphone that I have here on the desk, but again, I have to test this out. I have to see what you guys think. This way, we can keep using it. What I get? YouTube. Yay! Brittany has subscribed. Thank you, Brittany, for the subscription or for subscribing. Slight echo, not terrible. Okay, cool. So maybe the echo is just from the room. The room is a big room, so we could be doing that. I'm going to jump right into Extra Life since we're behind schedule now. My fault, not your fault. Totally my fault. You guys keep being you. So Extra Life. So for those of you who don't know about Extra Life is a cool program within the Children's Miracle Network. Each state has a hospital that usually supports it. Ours is Providence, and what they do is they help kids. That's nitty gritty. I don't believe they take money, or at least they don't deny people who can't pay for care for their children. And so a lot of kids end up going through the program and getting the care that they need, especially if they have like cancer or other types of life-threatening ailments, and they take care of them. And so, unlike a lot of other charity groups out there that I can't really relate with, like I don't like walking or running or hiking or any of that. I do, but not if I have to. And so this allows me to play video games or any type of game and still donate to charity, which is right up my alley. The only place I really like to run, I tell people, is to the fridge and then back to my game, which makes it really hard to stay in shape. So when I heard that we could participate, that's what we've done. And over the last 3 years, we've raised over $15,000 for the basically the Extra Life Children's Miracle Network. And all that money stayed right here in Alaska. And so if you do like to play video games, if you like to stream them, or you like to talk to people about your events, and you want to participate, now is the time. November 2nd is game day. If you wish to participate for your 24-hour event, you can do it then. You don't even have to do, the commitment is 24 hours. That's what you're telling people. I am going to play video games for 24 hours. It doesn't have to be in one lump sum if you don't want to. It can be spread out between days, months, all year, an hour a day, whatever it may take. You can do more than 24 hours. That's what most of us do. Is more we'll do a push for 24 hours on a game day or a similar day, and then we'll also raise throughout the whole year. And if you participate in the rewards program part of it, you can get cool like a shirt and medal if you raise up a certain amount. Like I said, we've helped raise over $15,000 over the last 3 or so years. This is our 4th year doing it, and it'd be awesome if we met our goal. Our first year, we crushed our goal. I think it was only set like $500. I think we made it like to 1,000 within no time, and then we just made it up to 5,000. We beat that. Then we set it at 10,000. We haven't really beaten 10,000 yet, but we're getting close to there every year. We skim it, and so I cannot wait to raise that bar up to 15,000. So You don't have to join a team, but if you want to join the Warehouse 49's team, the link is in the description, and that just helps us say, hey, we've done this, we've helped with this. The money stays on your record as well as ours. It doesn't get doubled or anything like that. It's just a good way to build a little to compete a little bit. I think healthy competition is good, and all the teams get together and we talk about it. And if you don't want to join a team, you definitely don't have to. Never feel like you have to join a team. And if you don't want to join our team, there are several else's out there like Extra Life Alaska or the D&D Club and several other ones. And of course, if you want to join their team, you can search it out on Extra Life and join that team. And that brings me kind of side to side into Great Alaska LAN Party. Every year we host a charity LAN party. Most years it's been supporting like Kids Kitchen, the Blood Bank, or not the Blood Bank. We've hosted charities for the Blood Bank, but Kids Kitchen, another food bank. We've helped Big Brothers, Big Sisters, but this year we are actually we're going to be supporting Extra Life. So it's going to be Great Alaska LAN Party supporting Extra Life. So it's going to be a 24-hour event, not on game day, unfortunately. I have military obligations that day, so I can't physically be there to host it. But we're going to be hosting it the next week. I think it was November 9th. Let me just double check on that real quick so I don't give you bad information. Yep, November 9th. And it's going to be open from 12 to 12. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's going to be, we want you to raise money there. That'd be awesome. But it's not going to be for necessarily that. You don't have to raise money at our event, so if you don't want to stream, you don't have to. It's a celebration of the hard work that the donators have done to get to where they are. And if we can raise a little bit of money during that time frame, that'd be great. But most people's fundraising have reached up to that point, and so we want to celebrate that. It's going to be a free event. I'm going to try to get food trucks. I'm going to try to get some other cool things here. We're going to have both our private rooms for tabletop and D&D going. We're going to have tons of bring your own computer space or console if that's your thing. We're going to have our computers available. We're going to have a registration so that people they know where they're going to sit. They know who they're going to be next to and all that other stuff. So be on the lookout for that. That's going to be the GALP is what we call the Great Alaska LAN Party. The link is already live, so you can just go to our event page and sign up, or say you're going. We'll get the sign up link here shortly. If there's enough interest, we might be able to get a bigger space, but right now, due to just hosting a venue, I just can't pull it off right now. But there are sponsors out there who are willing if we can get in big enough numbers on our event page. So even if you think you want to go, just hit the like button or hit the interested button. If you know you're going to make it somehow, hit the going and be on the lookout for that event code or event link there. Let me bring up I wanted to talk about, so that's the GALP. It's going to be super fun. We do it every year. Now let's talk about the D&D Club, because they did something pretty cool. They hosted a little design competition to design their logo. And it came about because of Extra Life, because how I feel that teams here in Alaska, groups, they don't show it off as much anymore. They're not, I'm not going to say it's prideful, because that's the wrong word, but they're just not, it's harder for them to represent their groups, which I think it should be just the opposite. When you go somewhere, you want to show it people like, hey, I'm supporting Warehouse, I'm supporting D&D Club, the UAA esports team, they do it pretty well. And so what they did was, and I have them right here, is they made t-shirts. Alaska D&D Club. And on the back, they have their super cool logo. There it is. So it's like the D&D logo, but it is legally safe to use, of course, for them. And they just did a good job, and I'm super proud of them. I bought, they had an issue where they weren't able to get as many pre-orders as they needed, and so I went ahead and I fulfilled their order. At least I got them to their order. I think there were like 3 away, so I just said, hey, I'll buy them. And so they were able to actually do their pre-orders and get their shirts. So that's super awesome. Didn't the cost of it actually paid for them, so they never didn't make any money off of it. They simply charged enough to break even with a certain minimum order. So that was super cool, and I cannot wait to see all these shirts at events start popping up. I've already seen some walk through the door. People just like, hey, I got this new shirt, awesome. So good job on you guys. And I also want to say that D&D is one of our biggest things here at Warehouse. We have our 2 private rooms as well as this social area that people use for the D&D campaigns, and uh, it's it's outpacing PC. It is a great time to get into D&D. If you haven't already, great time to do it with the extra life mindset. People's donations can impact roles, can impact your game, and so I'm super happy about that. I've always liked D&D. I've always liked the aspect of being in a little fantasy world and being able to be someone else or be a much more powerful version of yourself without having to do it in public. So I'm super cool. I think that's super awesome. So hopefully in the future we can expand our private rooms for tabletop and board games, stuff like that. And if you're a team, so one last thing about D&D is I wanted to talk about how we just got new D&D terrain, which is super cool. We had someone donate some pieces, and they have their card on it. So if you wanted to get your own terrain or accessories built, you can contact them and get it made. And I think they're a little expensive. I think is what I remember, but the quality you're getting is outstanding. The realism is great. It's a great product. And so we're lucky enough to have donated a few pieces. And so if you want to host your D&D game here, you have all that available with the all day price. So if you ever when you get the tour, you'll see it. So don't worry about it. Super cool. Then teams, just in general, I want to put it out there. I wish more teams out there. I wish there was a way to make it known who's out there. Right? You have the UAA team, you have the D&D club, you have 907 gamers, you have AKG, LFG, all these other things. But I don't see T-shirts anymore. I don't see hoodies. I don't see any of that. I wish we do see some 907 or some warehouse hoodies. I mean, that's because we're the venue. I would love to see more of those team camaraderie come through the door. I wish there was a better way somehow on Facebook or some way to keep track of all the teams that are out there. And so not only could you reach out to them if there was like a cool tournament happening, but you can just see it. You can invite them. We can get those teams together. And I remember SenchiCon, some of my first SenchiCons up here, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. They were everywhere. You go into the PC room, and they had team shirts, team jerseys, team everything. Some people even put it on the side of their case, put it on their console, TVs, everywhere. It was great, and it wasn't like, oh, what team is that? It's like, oh, you know what team that is because they have their hoodies or their shirts, and I think that was super cool. I'd love to see that come back and make a comeback here in Alaska. I wish I could help. I don't know how. I don't know how to. I can't even think of it right now. I just don't know how to approach that situation and get that camaraderie back up here. Of course, hosting events. We host events and tournaments, but even the turnouts have been a little less. And I think it's partly a fault from Facebook, not their algorithms just not playing nice with pages and events anymore. If you have any suggestion about how we can get teams back together and just team camaraderie back up, let me know. I am hosting every month. We host some free socials for certain games, specific games per specific day, to hopefully get those groups back together, back talking, and build up the community that it was a couple of years ago at the height. I would say the height of gaming, arguably. I think it was like the local group hype that was there a few years ago. Now it's arguably that right now is the peak of gaming because you have MTA, you have UAA, you have the English School District, everyone getting involved in esports, but that's just like on that small level. You don't see like the D&D group, Pokemon Club, all these other smaller, more social community groups. That's a good word. Coming in and representing themselves and their team and what they represent. So if you have any suggestions on it, let me know. So now we're on and more. Anyone? I want to turn it over to you guys for a little tiny bit. I know I've been talking for quite a few minutes now. If you guys have any questions, just shout them out, and I'd love to answer them for you. I know we had that weird audio break in the beginning. That was just to warm you guys up. Make sure you guys were paying attention. So thank you, Nat. I know we have Kane B in the chat. Fun fact: his brother, I think, won or got second place for our Alaska's Ultimate Gamer a few years ago. That was pretty cool. I didn't know I didn't know he had a brother, but now I do. And more. There's one other thing I want to talk about. I don't remember what it was. I got so caught up in the teams aspect of things. I dropped it. Dang it. I guess. Oh yes, yeah, and more. So I want to talk about like this month. It's been weird. It's been not our slowest month, but it's been pretty slow, even for like D&D games, which are normally pretty regular. And it's weird. I don't know if it's because it was just because of it got a little warm out and nice out, and people were like, I gotta go outside. And now it's been nothing but rain for like the past 3 months. It feels like it hasn't. It's been like 2 days, but rain is good. We have a lot of fires here in Alaska. I'm so glad that the rain's here to help out the firemen out there and to lower the risk of fire. But every once in a while, you're like, I gotta go to Costco. I went to Costco today. I got drenched. My shoes are not waterproof, and they didn't even put up a fight to be waterproof. First pedal I hit, just soaked. That's never fun. So, I mean, it's not a bad month. Definitely not a bad month, but it's definitely a little bit slower than normal, than it has been. Every month we kind of grow a little bit in certain ways, so that's always a nice thing, and we hope to continue to grow it. On the video front, we do have a video in production. I have a video in production. It's about 10 gigabit networking and kind of how we use it here in the warehouse and our venue and our events, and kind of the reasoning why we went that direction versus starting off with like 10/100 or gigabit, stuff like that, and how we plan to use it in the future, because we do also have some pretty cool plans for using 10 gigabit and possibly even 40 gigabit in the future. And so that video kind of talks about that, and we got a sponsor for that video, so that's kind of cool too. And so I can't wait to do that. It's been raining, so I haven't been able to like really get out there and get it in gear, because I don't want to get my electronics wet. So I haven't been out in the studio to record it. I did record it once with the old mic, and that's why we got a new mic, because playing it back, it just sounded not where I want it to be. So got a new mic. Hopefully it sounds okay, and we'll get that video uploaded and to you guys, because I know I've gotten a lot of comments of people really excited about the videos. I think it's really cool having something back here in Anchorage. I look forward to also having some more people. I know we had Kellen Pierce, I believe, from the end here, like a month and a half ago or something like that. So that was really cool. I would love to get some more people on the stream so we can talk about how gaming has influenced them and where they've come in the neighborhood or in the gaming community. So if you want or know or have a suggestion of anyone, drop me a comment below, and we'll take care of that. And if you would like me to hit a topic on in either one of our bigger warehouse videos or through one of our vlogs, also leave that in a comment. Let me know about it, because I would love to hit on those topics and get those questions answered that you might have, because there is a lot involved with running a venue and a lot in the gaming scene, and it just takes a little bit of community support, I guess. KB was talking about how there's lots of storms, which where they are. Yeah, I definitely love the storms in the lower 48. I both wish and kind of like that we don't have those storms up here, because that means a lot more lightning, which means a lot more possible for wildfires and especially in the summer, we have a big tendency to have those. So more lightning would be not as great for our wildfire issues. But I love being back south and listening to the heavy rain and the thunder and seeing the lightning. It's very nice. Some of the best sleep of my life too, believe it or not. So, well, if you guys have no questions, I think it's 4:10 right now, and we are opening up here in about 50 minutes. So, if you guys want to enjoy some gaming on this Friday, stop on down. We're gonna be open today at 5 until 12. Tomorrow from 12 to 12. So, 2 great days to get your gaming in. If more than 4 people want to play after we close, well, let me know beforehand. And it's a $5 an hour hourly rate after we close, and as long as we have enough people, we'll keep it open. Of course, that's case by case because sometimes I have to get up early, so I can't do it those days. But let me know. And I think we have one of our private rooms open tonight, so hopefully that gets rented, and we'll see you down here. Leave your comments below. Hit like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you want to. It helps us out tremendously. It shows people that we are. There's a reason to be interested in warehouse. I guess it helps people find our page. So thank you guys, and I'll hopefully see you here soon. See you later.